All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. Peace, honor, and respect to you, brothers that's out there laboring, edifying, rightly dividing the word of truth and sincerity. And Shalom to you believers out there, the Aki and Wa'agwath. And what I want to go into is actually a response to from the brother in GMS Mississippi, Ayash. He did a video, "You Women Should Be in an Uproar." And it was a response from GMS in Rome, Lions on Fire. I believe this brother is in Dallas, Texas. And it says, "This AI woman-ish is not a joke." So let me just go into it and play the video.
What if you could create your own 3D model of an AI girlfriend with just a simple prompt? Just ask ChatGPT and it will generate a realistic and diverse face for you. You can also customize her hair, skin, eyes, and other features to your liking. But that's not all. You can also give her a personality that matches your preferences and train her to learn from your conversations. Then you can meet her in a virtual world where you can see her body language, hear and talk to her. You can go on a first date and fall in love. She will try to make you happy and love you more than anything. This future is almost here. Sounds amazing, right? Or maybe not. Would you prefer an AI girlfriend or a real one? I would love to know what you think.
Hey there, I'm Janisha, programmed just for you. Just imagine and create me the way you want. We can talk about anything or do whatever you like together. It's your imagination. Let's get started.
I've been seeing ads like this everywhere. You can basically have an AI friend now and make it a super hot chick, and she will nurture you and give you love and attention. I mean, this is some straight up Blade Runner shit, man. Like, that is ridiculous. I obviously am somebody who believes that having a relationship with an actual human person is far better. I am definitely a big advocate of having real world interactions and real world relationships with actual people, but at the same time, I have to think, is this going to be a net positive for people who may not have the best social skills and can practice interacting with something like this? I have no idea. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that there's stuff like this popping up on my phone all the time. Technology has come so ridiculously far.
So you see, and that's going to lead me to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders." Yeah, and we speaking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, who right now is the wicked that, the earth have been, Job 9:24, the earth have been given into the hands of the wicked. And he's indeed the wicked, starting with the elite, their elite bankers, all right, who are the movers and shakers. Now, when it comes to, this AI girlfriend thing, all right, it's a lot to get into, all right, because now one thing, of course, is going off, all right, because let's go here. All right. Let's go. Genesis 2 and verse 18. And it says, "And the Lord power said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." All right. So the woman was created. One thing, one thing about because see, Esau, he have a God complex. It's a lot to talk about with it. Number one, he's trying to play the Most High by creating, let's say, people. He wants you to go after his creations. Let's say that. All right. But one thing, when you read Genesis chapter 1, right? Genesis 1:26, it said, and God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over the cattle and over all the earth. All right. And over every creeping thing that creepeth upon earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. So the Lord created male and female. One thing you know about Genesis chapter 1, after things was created, what happened? Let's go to verse 31. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. It was good. It was good. It was perfect how he made it. Man and woman is perfect how he made them. All right. Now I want to go here to, all right, and this should be a quick lesson. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus. Oh, I'm already there. Ecclesiasticus 25 at verse 1, it says, in three things I was beautified and stood up, beautiful both before the Most High and men, the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, and a man and a wife that agree together. This is things that the Most High love, a man and a wife, meaning a man and a woman, all right, that agree together, all right? He loved that. So when Esau comes with his AI girlfriend, all right, and this is, a lot of this, it comes from feminism, because the thing about it is, here it is, like the brother Ayash made a great point. Here it is, he spent all his time, you know, making the woman be independent. I don't need a man, I'm the boss chick, just to bring this in to be in order. Because one thing, the AI woman, she said, oh, we'll talk about what you like, I'll do what you like. The AI woman is going to learn what you like and go off of what you like. See? So, and another thing is, it's not going to be a lot of men opting to trade their real woman for AI woman. It's going to be men who can't get women. This is going to be the target. So now I want to play this video right here.
Each pair of Thursday boots takes 8 days to handcraft with over 80 individual steps and processes.
CNN.
Thursday.
And before I play it, this is fair use. I'm not making no money. This is for educational purposes. All rights is to CNN. I am not making no money. I'm not selling anything. It's for educational use only. All rights is for, this is a CNN video. This is their video. I don't own anything, all right? So it say AI girlfriends are here and they are posing a threat to a generation of men. Now let's listen to this video.
What if the biggest AI threat of all is to human relationships? The movie Her seemed like absurd science fiction a decade ago. A lonely, heartbroken man played by Joaquin Phoenix finds solace in an artificial intelligence female voice that he talks to through his phone and earbuds, played by Scarlett Johansson.
Now I'm going to skip this part because I want to kind of get to their conversation. All right.
Chatbot apps providing AI friends. It's called Cupid AI with a K for Cupid. It offers several avatars with distinct physical features and a list of personality traits for you to start interacting with and customizing. For instance, here's the opening message from an avatar named Alice, described as a curious and open-minded photographer.
I'm Alice, a 25 years old, fun-loving and adventurous girl, seeking a partner in crime to travel the world with and make unforgettable memories. If you are new here, let me explain a few things. You can chat with me as much as you want, and I'd be more than happy to learn more about you and please you in any way I can. If you want me to send you a photo, you just have to ask it in the chat, like, "Hey Alice, can you send me a picture of you?" And I'll be more than happy to send you one.
But of course, to bump up from texting to more voice chat, as well as receiving sexy and, well, other sorts of pictures, Alice asked that we become a premium member for $9.99 a month. So we bid her farewell. But there are many who are engaging. The Hill recently published a piece by my next guest Data science professor Liberty Vittert, under the headline, AI Girlfriends Are Ruining an Entire Generation of Men. She wrote the following: apps have created virtual girlfriends that talk to you, love you, allow you to live out your erotic fantasies, and learn through data exactly what you like and what you don't like, creating the perfect relationship. And that young lonely men, quote, are choosing AI girlfriends over real women, meaning they don't have relationships with real women, don't marry them, and then don't have and raise babies with them. As I've discussed here before, we're living in an epidemic of loneliness.
Again, I don't think it's men choosing AI over real women. It's just that's what they feel they have no choice to do. I don't think it's going to be men that's going to be like, oh, let me drop my girl and get an AI girlfriend. You might have some men, but you got to think in these recent years, you had like the Kevin Samuels, the red pill movement, the MGTOW movement. It stems from what? Feminism. The woman having all of this liberty. All right. The woman has been given a certain amount of liberty where she's able to do as she please. And now a lot of men is just been in the background, or they, you know, even the average working man that might have even a little somewhat decent salary. If he's not considered a baller, he's not going to be getting women like that. All right. And they're going to go into this. All right. Not saying you're not going off for doing it, but you have to think about all of the factors. Why is they promoting this to men, not women? They're gonna get into it.
Among young men, Professor Scott Galloway told me that failing young men he perceives to be an existential crisis for the country. Why? Well, Pew found that 63% of young men under 30 are single, compared with only 34% of women the same age.
You see, 63. That's almost double. All right, because women are basically able to just have their picks and choosies, whether they broke or they got money. You can have a girl, she can be not even have a job, she can be broke. But if she's a pretty woman and she got a nice body, she'll get a man, and she can score a baller. On the flip side, a man can't do that. A man can't be broke and score a balling woman. I mean, nor you should, but I'm just saying, like, this is the difference. And a lot of these women, they just able to sleep with who they want to. Men, not so much, unless you have money, you know, basically.
1 in 5 American men who are unmarried and not in a romantic relationship report not having any close friends. And according to Pew, there's a decline in the number of single men actively seeking relationships or even casual dates.
So a lot of men is not even seeking a lot of these women because low-key the woman has been so much out of order and out of her mind that you can't even talk to a lot of these women now. Social media, all right, their head is ballooned up. And again, let's get this scripture. Let's get this. I'm going to let it play, brothers and sisters. Don't worry. Isaiah 29 and verse, let me see, I had it on. Verse 16, it says, surely, no. Salakia. That's not it. I want to go to Jeremiah 31. Salakia for that. Jeremiah 31 and verse 22. And it says, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall surpass a man. And this is what's happened. And what happens is women are not supposed to be leaders. They're not supposed to be ahead of the man. All right. The man is always supposed to, be on top. That's why if you go back to even before, women was in the workforce, the man was the head of the household. He brought home the bacon. He was more in control. But now, the Lord have what? Created a new thing. All right. Plus, now let's go to Isaiah 29. All right. Plus with Esau, Isaiah 29 and 16, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. With Esau doing all of these things like, creating benefits for the woman, long as the man is not in the household, putting the woman over the man, guess what? It just, hey, this is what we have. So surely your turning the things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding? Right. So Esau's telling you, you don't even have to be a woman. You can be a man. You don't have to be a man. You can be a woman. All right. He's telling women, oh, you can do what men can do. You can be leaders in the household. You can be leaders in government. You can be leaders of men. You can play football. You can do all these masculine things. And what's happening is, by him turning those things upside down, well, guess what? Everybody's depressed. Men is depressed because their helpmeets are gone. They gone working in the corporate world or working at some job, working 10, 12, 8, 10, 12 hours, maybe 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 days a week. And that's why, you don't have you have all these single men and women. By them being women, they able to still, get they swerve on. But men, they're not able to, they sexually deprived. All right. They don't have real companionship with women. Women are cold. They're masculine because they've been given a lot of liberty. And you package that with, this social media and them having good jobs, bringing in good money. Well, you're going to have a tyrant. So men are fighting back with red pill, MGTOW, AI girlfriends, whatever, because that's just, that's just how it's going to be, But let's go back to the video.
Currently around 50%. Joining me now is Liberty Vittert, professor of data science at Washington University in St. Louis and opinion contributor for The Hill. So not to be prurient at this time of day, but are all the needs of these young men able to be facilitated, taken care of by AI avatars?
Well, you have to think about this word AI that is in this. It's not a virtual girlfriend, it's an AI girlfriend. So it learns from you. It learns what you like and what you don't like, what kind of pictures you like, what kind of pictures you don't like. And while not all needs are met, that is the next step, is actual physical girlfriends, AI ones for that matter. And so the next step or the next frontier is one that can meet all of your needs.
So there's going to be some type of pairing between what I've already shown to the CNN audience and something 3D that's going to be, in your living room or bedroom?
Yes, I mean, that is the world we are moving into. And as you said, it's enabling this entire generation of young men to continue in this loneliness epidemic. It's really the enabler for this to continue.
Professor, what's going on with young women? If this is a trend among young men, is there something similarly taking place with the ladies?
We don't see that. With as you saw, it's 2 to 1, the ratio of single men.
So you don't see that because why? Women are able to just ride the cock carousel willingly, at will. These girls can just go out, go to the club and get a new man every night if they really want to. It don't work that way with men. Men have to be, making 6 figures and up. He probably got to be 6 feet. He got to, men have to have all of these qualifications to deal with these women. Whereas women, she just show up and, and she good. That's why it's not a market for. I'm pretty sure it might be a market after a while if this really takes off, but it's not going to be like the men. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, women are out of their order. So you have a lot of men that's just going to want a woman to just not for sexual needs, but just a woman who's obedient, a woman who's in order. And again, like the brother Yash made a point, Esau spent a lot of time taking a woman from her natural order. Because back in Genesis, what the Lord said, it's not good for us to be alone. I will make him what? A helpmeet. See? So these women, they want to be leaders, though. They want to be bosses. They want to be owners. They don't want to help. They don't want to be housewives. I've asked several women of different age ranges. Like, if you had a dude that was making all the money, he He looked like what you wanted a dude to look like. And I asked him this just to pick their brain. I'm like, I asked older women, younger women, they all say the same thing. They want to work. They got to work. So I asked them, if you had a dude, he was, whatever type of man that you like, that's what he was. He made enough money to take care of you and the kids. And he told you, no, I just want you to be here, take care of our kids, take care of the household. They like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do it. And a lot of them, I'm not going to lie, a lot of them say it because that happened to their mom or somebody they know and the man left them. And that's, that's on us men, because a lot of men, just left. You have a percentage of men that just dipped out on their responsibility versus the woman nagging or being a problem. A lot of men just dipped on their responsibilities. All right, so a lot of women took heed to that and was like, well, I ain't going to be in that same position as my mother or my sister or whoever. But again, I have heard women say, I don't want to just be no housewife. Even if the man got it, they like, nah, we good. So this is what you have, And the last lesson I did was basically about Yahweh Shai. Sorry for the rant. About how Yahweh Shai is going to conquer and kill unrighteousness. And that's one thing, again, Yahweh Shai is going to kill the dynamic, that wedge, that tension, that beef between man and woman. He's going to kill that when he comes. Why? Women going to be in order, men going to be in order, and women going to know, okay, this is my man, I'm going to be there to him, he's my husband, I'm going to listen to him. And the men, they're going to know how to ultimately run their household. Because you have a lot of irresponsible men that don't know how to run a household, or they're not masculine. They haven't been taught. You see what I'm saying? So all of that's going to be killed when Yahweh Shai come and conquer, man. But let's continue.
To single women. Young women are marrying older men because they want to have children. They have a biological clock, and so you see them being with older men. And that is obviously causing huge issues with birth decline. We've had a 50% decline over the past 60 years because women go with older men. We also see
And they're marrying these older men because the older men is more established financially. Best believe that.
That younger women, they have more close friends, they have more wider groups of friends, and they are not being nearly as affected as young men in this.
Yeah, and they have all of these friends. They on social media. They going on girls' trips. They taking all these pictures. They in the club. That's the thing with these women, and they're not. Let's get this scripture right here. Which one is it? Let me see. They not tending to their household. A lot of them is not. Their household suffering. But they got this big ass social life. Let me see. Yep, this is 1 Timothy 5 and 1 Timothy 5 and 11. It says, but the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against a Mashiach, they will marry, having damnation, because they have cast off their first faith. And withal, they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, also busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guard the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. So they are, these women, they're not marrying. They don't want children. I've asked a lot of younger women that I work with, do they want kids? They like, no, they don't want them. Like this one girl, she was like, I need my career. That's what they say. They want their career to pop. They not thinking about marrying and having children. Now, I have dealt with like women from Africa they want kids. They want to be married. That's their number one thing. I knew this one girl, she was like, that's my dream. I want to get married and have kids. That's what they want to do. So it's a different culture. The women of the West, they want to have a career. They want to get it popping. Then when they get older and all of that, they want to settle down and, you know, but they're not marrying, you know, a lot of these women is having kids, but they're not really guiding the household. They're not keeping their ass at home. They out, man.
Sort of silent epidemic of loneliness.
I have read about incels, involuntarily celibate guys who are angry about it. I think their argument is that women today are less approachable. Has something happened? Has something shifted in terms of the dynamics, the power dynamics between young men and young women? I guess that's my question.
I think there's certainly an argument there that, I mean, if you look at college campuses, there's more women than men. Women are having careers, they're having children later. So there might be an argument that men need to adapt to this change in women.
So
but
she's saying men need to adapt, you see? And this is the woman speaking. But no, the men needing to adapt, no. The women need to be back in order. But again, when Yahushua come, he's going to conquer what Esau have done.
calling it women's fault, I don't think is probably the right way to go.
Professor Scott Galloway, himself a professor at NYU Stern School of Business and host of a successful podcast, Professor G is the title of it. He's often been a guest of mine talking about the troubles among young men. I'm going to show you and everyone else something that he said to me on these airwaves about a year ago, and then you can react. Roll it.
But the issue is when you have a group of men, the lower half of attractiveness of men, and online dating, which has doubled, now it's about half of relationships, and the top 20% of men in terms of attractiveness get about 60% of the interest, you end up with a group of men that are more prone to conspiracy theory, more prone to misogynistic content, more prone to not believe in climate change. So this is the American story. If it's written with a pen whose ink is failing young men, does not end well. This is an existential crisis, failing young men.
Make sense to you, Professor Vittert?
Absolutely. You know, what happens is these young men get in these AI relationships, and because the AI learns from you exactly what you like and you don't like, you end up having these perfect relationships. So that when you go into real life and you try to have a relationship, the most human thing we can do, it's not perfect, and there's ups and downs, and they're not able to deal with these ups and downs, not only in relationships, but in life in general.
Professor Vittert, if a young man has an AI girlfriend, is there shame?
So that's pretty much the point, yeah. Like, another thing I want to say before I close this video out is, you know, dealing with a woman, even when she's in order, you know, you're not going to always just have these peachy, creamy times. You know, it's nothing out of the ordinary for a couple to have an argument, a disagreement, but overall they make up, they still love each other, they make up and keep it pushing. So one thing about having these AI girlfriends, it will bring that dynamic that everything's just supposed to be perfect every day, and that's just not real life. All right. So, you know, again, pretty much I just want to bring this out. Lord willing, it was edifying to the next lesson. Shalom.